What's going on, boys? I got the college football picks for you for Monday, September 1st. Now, as per usual, before we get into anything, if you boys could please drop a like and subscribe, that'd help me out a ton. Now, just to talk about our picks for today a little bit. Um, Actually, I want to touch on our picks for the LSU Clemson game last night. That is the only game I didn't really get to talk about because I posted my video before that game started. But we had Antonio Williams. He got hurt like after 5 minutes of the first quarter. So that one completely wiped from the slate. Nussmeier did not throw as many yards as we thought he would. So that kind of sucked for us. But we did really well over on VIP, actually. So we had Steve Angeli and Max Clare. Max Clare didn't get his catches. Angeli hit his attempts. And then we had, let's see, we had Deshaun Bishop, who had 72 rushing yards, I think. Doesn't really matter. He hit his line, and Aaron Anderson hit his line. So we went 3-1 over on VIP. Super sick stuff there, but from a YouTube standpoint, not great. And then for today's picks, obviously that Virginia Tech and South Carolina game was a lot closer than I thought it would be. But Drone got his attempts by quite a bit. Faison did not have quite as good of a game as I thought he would have. Obviously, I thought South Carolina would be absolutely smoking them, which they should have been, but they weren't. So I thought he'd get a lot more carries. He did not. And then for this Miami game, we got Mark Fletcher going right now. He seems to be on track. He's got 25 rushing yards halfway through the second quarter, so he's got a lot of time left to still hit that line. And then over on VIP, we have already cashed. We had Kyron Drones over rushing yards and Nick Harbor over receiving yards. We cashed both of those. And then both of our other VIP plays are going in the Miami game right now. But only game we got for tomorrow is going to be UNC and TCU. So this should honestly be a really good game. I want to say the spread is 3.5 in favor of TCU right now. So this should be a very, very good game. But with that being said, we're going to jump into these picks for tomorrow. Our first one is going to be under on Josh Hoover's yards. Yes, Josh Hoover is a good quarterback. But I do think that 290 is much too high for him. Obviously, they're projected to be winning this game. So if they're up by a score and they get that ball back with 6, 7, or 8 minutes or less in that fourth quarter, they're going to want to run some clock. They're not going to let this guy throw the ball too much in that fourth quarter, in my opinion. But also 290 is just extremely high. Obviously, yes, he's very good, but he did not throw a whole ton of yards in most of the games last season. And then on top of that, he lost Jack Betch. He lost Savion Williams. He does not have his two leading receivers last year. So his receiving core is much different. A lot of guys that he's just not as used to throwing to as Betch and Williams. Obviously, those two were really, really good. Betch, obviously, now on the Raiders. Williams went to the Packers. So his receiving core is completely different. His line is just a lot higher than I would want it if I were looking for that over. And then on top of that, obviously, Bill Belichick is the head coach for UNC now. That Belichick New England team was just known for shutting down young quarterbacks. All there is in college, obviously, is young, inexperienced quarterbacks. I think that they're going to have an absolute field day with Josh Hoover tomorrow. And on top of that, Belichick's not the defensive coordinator. He runs the offense. He's the play caller for the offense, but no, he's not the defensive coordinator. However, it's looking super bright for us because his son is the defensive coordinator. So he's going to pull seniority card on his son for sure if he sees something that he likes. So I absolutely love this play. Again, line's a little too high in my opinion. He doesn't have the same receivers, and Belichick is extremely good at shutting down young and inexperienced quarterbacks. Obviously, Josh Hoover's not inexperienced from a college standpoint, but from a overall football standpoint, when Belichick used to play against NFL caliber quarterbacks, Hoover's going to be a piece of cake for the guy. So really not worried about that. And then our pick on the UNC side is going to be Aziah Johnson. We're taking him over 40.5 receiving yards. Now, as I already said, Belichick is the play caller for this UNC offense this year. And in Belichick's career, his slot receivers always get a ton of targets and stuff like that. He loves drawing up designated plays for these slot guys. Aziah Johnson had just come over from Michigan State. This is his first year at UNC. He had a decent season at Michigan State, but obviously that offense was pretty lackluster to say the least over there in Michigan State last year. So I think that he's going to have a much better time in UNC with a play caller who loves drawing up stuff specifically for those slot guys to get done what they need to get done. And again, TCU is favored in this game, not by a whole ton, but this should be a close enough game where UNC should be down, needing to throw the ball the entire game, really. So I absolutely love this play. Again, Aziah Johnson is a very good football player. He was kind of in not a great situation last year, but now he's the starting slot guy for a team that is going to draw up a ton of plays specifically for him. So I absolutely love this one. And then on top of that, I have no idea why this is, but every single team this weekend has thrown an insane amount of passes to their slot guys. Not a lot of the big programs have been throwing to their like designated wide receiver one, except for obviously today Nick Harbor had a ton of receiving yards, so love that. But a lot of targets for those slot guys in this first week of college football. So everything's lining up really, really well for that Aziah Johnson pick right there. But these are going to be the two picks I've got for you guys for tomorrow's game. Obviously, just to run over them really quickly for you boys, it's going to be Josh Hoover, less than 289.5 passing yards. That is super, super high. Obviously, Bill Belichick is super good at shutting down these young QBs. And he lost both of his top receivers from last year, obviously, two extremely skilled receivers. Savion Williams, just a like genetic freak. The dude's like 6'5" or something. And then obviously Jack Betch, he's Jack Betch. He's a very good receiver. And then obviously our second pick, Aziah Johnson, more than 40.5 receiving yards. That Belichick offense loves to draw a bunch of stuff up for their slot guys. He just came over from Michigan State. He is super, super talented. And again, it's just that Bill Belichick offense loves getting it to those slot guys. Obviously, we all know how Edelman's career went with New England. They love getting to slot guys. So absolutely love both these picks. Now just talk about VIP and Chalkboard a little bit. Obviously, both those links, if you guys want to find those, are going to be down in the description as per usual. Obviously, we had a great day in VIP today so far, and two of our picks are still going. We went up another unit in VIP yesterday. We are already up one unit right now in VIP. So really good stuff. And then honestly, if we cash, we're up 4 units today. So absolutely love that. But yeah, if you guys want to tap into VIP, the link's going to be down below. But just talk about Chalkboard for you guys really quickly before I get out of here. Obviously, same rules as per usual, guys. If you guys want to go download that Chalkboard app, throw in that code SBL when you're signing up. You guys can get all their free picks that they put up for every single sport, every single day, as well as a free $20. No deposit required. They're paying you guys $20 to use my code. So super sweet deal right there. And then obviously those promo packs that I've talked a ton about. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here today, but those promo packs are absolutely sick. I love it. Turns this app basically into like a video game, which just makes betting that much more fun. So ton of stuff to love about Chalkboard. And then obviously that deal I'm doing right now, if you guys download the Chalkboard app, during your sign up, you use code SBL and deposit at least $20, then I will be giving each one of you guys that do that 1 month of free VIP. So again, all you have to do, download Chalkboard. During your sign up, use code SBL and deposit at least $20, 1 month of free VIP for you guys. Obviously, after you go and do that, you're going to have to contact me and let me know. My email's down below in the description of every single one of my videos. Super easy to contact me, but that'll give you guys a huge leg up. You guys are going to be completely broken even, nothing out of your bank account because you guys are getting that $20. You guys are going to have $40 in that Chalkboard account, and you guys are going to have 1 month's worth of free Chalkboard plays from that VIP. So super, super sweet deal there. But yeah, guys, that's all I've got for you boys today. So I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.